Hello everyone, the package reviewer here, and the upload date of this rant marks the 3-year anniversary of me calling people out. No, this rant isn't supposed to be a 3-year special, nor a 2K special, since I have something better planned for that. Anyways, this video, I will tackle yet another Loud House fan, 05jstone. But this time, he's rabid about the fact that the Loud House characters will age up. For those of you who don't watch the Loud House or follow the news, apparently the characters will be aging up a year when Season 5 comes out. As someone who has no interest in the Loud House, I don't really mind this too much. And even if I did watch the show often, I still wouldn't care since it's not that big of a change. Granted, one main character will be absent throughout the season, but he's gotta make an appearance sometime. Let me show you guys what I mean. Firstly, he's seemingly upset over the fact that Luanne will be going to high school. And before we get into the serious stuff, I just want to point out that on this film meme of Franklin Roosevelt declaring that Luanne belongs to a certain level of education, it's confirmed that he's apparently owned by the White House, 73rd US Congress, the Democrat Party, and Hyde Park, New York. If only I knew sooner that a president is owned by some locations and a political party. Alright, now let's see what he has to say about Luanne moving up a grade. Being read by my good friend Maniac of Cyanide.
This is to complain about Luanne going to high school because of that clip. The fuck? From right to her right. Does she go inside high school, or does she want to middle school from there? I think Luanne being in high school is nothing but a joke. It's what the school show staff wants to think. Reading this is giving me a fucking stroke here. My view is that Luanne looks to the school from high school because she looks over the exorcist, or her classmates start sooner, and if Lisa hasn't... What? What? Why am I reading? With that high IQ of hers. Or Lincoln hasn't advanced to middle school because he's 11. Why should Luanne advance to high school? But because it's change. It's change!
Why does it matter so much to you if a character advances to a higher level of education? It's not like it's gonna butcher her entire personality or anything.
I started been expecting people to join me. Instead, they only offended me with the fact 14-year-olds can go to high school. Well, I have this to say. Cartoons have settings. It's still change. And settings are what makes the cartoons. The settings also apply to cartoons and their names, age, clothes, and appearances. And over time, we get used to the sense of those characters so much they mold into us, become part of the cartoons for generations to come. But if one change to one character that upsets one of us is made, then that character loses his or her sparks, losing himself/herself. Someone like him/her becoming a shadow of his/her former self. Does that even fucking matter? No, it doesn't. And I've decided that 14-year-olds can go to high school in the real world. Yeah, but not in cartoons. But not in cartoons, technically. I don't think cartoons should mirror real life. So apparently aging shouldn't be in cartoons. What do you want this to be, the fucking Simpsons? Cartoons are what take us out of the real world into fantasy, wonder, adventure, comedy. Cartoons are meant to be fictional, just like books, movies, arts, etc. I don't know what the fuck I just read there.
Except shows like The Loud House emulates real life. Well, aside from a few sci-fi elements. It's a damn slice-of-life cartoon, so what's your point? I don't see why it must follow the logic of more wacky shows.
And the reason I said all the jokes was because I wanted to get it off my chest. And the reason it took me a while to work all that out was because after seeing that scene. It's just one scene! I thought Luanne can't have grades that good because we all see her clowning around all the time. And when I play Cities XL, the school will have to follow an age group. Elementary, 6, 10, middle, 11, 14, high, 15, 18. And I like those rules so much. I've stuck with them ever since. Oh, excuse me, what the fuck is that?
So, let me get this straight. You don't want her going to high school just because you follow the education system of a fucking video game? What if someone has a birthday during 8th grade? Do they automatically move to high school? I don't think you put that much thought into making the description, to be honest.
And since Lincoln is 11, him advancing to middle school is all I need to see, to me. That's true continuity. So apparently Luanne moving to high school is not okay, but Lincoln moving to middle school is fine. Bruh! I think we should write letters of complaint to Lincoln and saying that we're not buying that Luanne in high school junk. And I demand that we see Luanne in middle school. No! Luanne in high school is nothing but a scam, a setup, a con job, a swindle, and a load of baloney. CHAANGE. Change. Accept it, you fucking twit.
Just because one character is moving to a higher level of education doesn't mean it'll ruin the enjoyment of watching The Loud House. Now, if you thought that gave you a stroke, you haven't read shit. He also doesn't want the entirety of the Loud House family to age up. Oh boy, I can't wait for Maniac to read how Stone justifies why they shouldn't age up so he can torture himself. Wait, what?
Time is running out. Pretty soon the Loud House characters will age up. And they will become a Loud House we won't even recognize. Nobody cares! Nobody! Aging up the characters is an insulting visual series, as well as a gut, an animation, a crime, vandalism, tyranny, treachery, a stab in the back, a punch in the gut. No, it's not! It's not! The stats are making a big mistake. They're destroying the Loud House we know and love. Real cartoons were fixed upon with wacky plots, rated dialogue, and funny gags. Not realism or real dependence. Bruh.
Like I said, the Loud House is a slice of life cartoon. Sure, it can have wacky plots here and there, but they should have a balance between realism and fantasy. Then again, this is just from my perspective, and I don't even know why I'm sharing ideas about a show I don't even give a shit about. Also, an animation crime, since one was having a show set in the future forbidden in cartoons. Ever looked into Steven Universe or Ben 10?
Aging up the Loud House characters will be the biggest disaster in TV animation ever since Pinky and the Brain. I don't know what the fuck that is, but honestly, I wouldn't care. Was being told to become Pinky and the Brain. I don't care about that shit.
From what I've heard, the only reason why Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain flopped was because of the addition of a character which killed the humor for the show. I don't see how this is comparable to an age change. Personally, I think the Loud's aging could have some potential for new ideas instead of having them become the new Simpsons. Ah shit, here I go again prating about a show I don't care about.
We all need to be in this together. We all need to staff and nickelodeon. We don't want other characters to age up. It's gonna take all of us to pull this off. Here's what we can do. Write and send protest letters to staff and Nickelodeon. Make protest art. Spread and use of the hashtag Do Not Age Up Alouds on Twitter and Facebook. What? Protest outside Nickelodeon Animation Studio. Super staff and Nickelodeon. God. Why was I hired for this?
Do you honestly think a fucking change in a simple little cartoon would be worthy of having a company sued? I hereby find Nickelodeon Studios guilty of having cartoon characters age up a year, since it's apparently a crime according to this guy. And it would honestly be really pathetic if you would actually protest to an animation studio just because of one fucking change. Also, hate to burst your bubble, mates, but sending shit to Nickelodeon and starting a hashtag over something so petty won't do shit.
As well as keeping the characters the same age, the staff also must keep Lori in high school, send Luanne and Benny back to middle school. No! Revert Benny back to his original design. Double no! Bring Chaz back. Double no again! Francisco. Triple no! These are one-off characters. You can't just expect all the minor characters to come back. Lucy's love interest, Skippy, Lana's love interest, Winston, Loda's love interest, and David. Oh my god, no. They are one-off characters. Nobody even cares about them despite the shippers. Bring back the comedy and creativity of the first two seasons. Fucking no! Make the plots dissennier wackier. I said... Okay, so apparently this guy thinks that the Loud House should just be all this slice of life happy cartoon. Change! I'll say it again. Use Jimmy's... What? Why use a fan-made design? What the fuck? I think the stats are short of ideas. They can use these ones. I don't really care about that link, to be honest. Optional conditions are the link and shows budget and getting stars. Reading these is just giving me a stroke box. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
It beats me whether or not the staff will even acknowledge any viewers' ideas for the show, but just so you know, it will become an extremely slim chance that yours will even become an episode.
And the status quo is not too strict, it's fair, and I'm not reading that, I don't want to, but I guess I got no choice. It allows for the show to be funny as well as allowing the staff to work with what they have, thereby allowing for better plots which eventually teach the show recovering from Crusade firing. And the view that the staff has been recycling plots from previous episodes. But what they should be doing is looking at other cartoons and ideas from them. Fucking no!
It's fair? Well, that's what you think. You don't speak for the entirety of the Loud House fandom. Try and become a writer for the Loud House and see how that goes for you.
Update. Do not let the premiere of Season 5 discourage you. There's still a chance. As soon as Season 6 is out, we can work like mad to demand the characters be reverted back to original ages whilst fight for the other demands listed. I don't know what I'm reading. I seriously have no idea what the fuck I just read. Box, I can't put up with this anymore. I need to go. I need to...
Well, shit, I just lost Maniac. Might as well debunk this myself. What makes you think the characters would be reverted back? That wouldn't make any sense at all. You're just wasting your time over something so trivial. He even went as far as making a goddamn petition to prevent them from aging. You know, petitions rarely do anything, especially if it's over petty stuff. Lastly, I'm gonna show you guys 2 of the responses he made towards his detractors. One is him saying that The Simpsons sucks because of how they're running out of ideas. And guess what they didn't do? Age up their characters. The goddamn irony. The other one is him just hiding comments of users who try to convince him on why his attempts won't work and why it's not a big deal. And using the don't like, don't look argument, which honestly proves how he can't handle others telling him to not waste his time on petty bullshit. Dude, just face it, no matter what you do, Nickelodeon will just simply ignore it. You're just making a fool out of yourself. And if you really think the ratings of the Season 5 premiere will plummet so low and disable comments so no one can convince you otherwise, then you truly are ignorant of the users who like that change. Granted, that change could possibly show a sign that the show is ending in a few years, but do you really want the show to become the next Simpsons? Alright, I'm done here. Thanks for watching, this is the Package Reviewer, signing off.